Chapter 1, Section 4 of Cup of Gold. This is a Librivox recording. All Librivox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit Librivox.org. Read by Kurt from Tucson, Arizona. Cup of Gold by John Steinbeck. On the path there in the dark, Henry's mind went back to the first speech of Merlin. Should he see Elizabeth before he went sailing away? He did not like her. Sometimes he thought he had discovered hatred for her, and this he nursed and warmed, only to feel it grow to a desire to see her. She was a thing of mystery. All girls and women hoarded something they never spoke of. His mother had terrific secrets about biscuits and cried sometimes for no known reason. Another life went on inside of women. Some women ran parallel to their outward lives and yet never crossed them. A year before, Elizabeth had been a pretty child who whispered to the other girls and giggled and pulled hair when he was about. And then suddenly she had changed. It was nothing Henry could see exactly, but rather he felt that a deep, quiet understanding had been given her. It frightened him, this wisdom which had come all at once to Elizabeth. Then there was her body, different somehow from his, and capable, it was whispered, of strange pleasures and alchemies. Even this flowering body she kept a secret thing. A time ago they had gone together to swim in the river, and she had been unconscious of it, but now she covered herself carefully from him, and appeared stricken with the thought that he might see. Her new character frightened and embarrassed Henry. Sometimes he dreamed of her and waked in agony lest she should ever know his dream. And sometimes it was strange, shadowy composite of Elizabeth and his mother that came to him in the night. After such a dream, the day brought loathing of himself and her. He considered himself an unnatural monster and her a kind of succubus incarnate. And he could tell no one of these things. The people would shun him. He thought perhaps he would like to see her before he left. There was a strange power in her this year, a drawing yet repelling power, which swayed his desire like a wind-blown reed. Other boys might have gone to her in the night and kissed her after they had boasted a little of their going. But then the other boys did not dream as he did, nor did they think of her as he sometimes did, as a loathsome being. There was surely something monstrous about him, for he could not distinguish between desire and disgust. And then she could embarrass him so easily. No, certainly he would not go to her. Where had Merlin, where had anyone caught the idea that he cared a farthing for her, the daughter of a poor tenant? Not worth bothering about. Footsteps were coming down the path behind him, loud clashes in the quiet night, and soon a quick, thin figure came up with him. Might it be William? Henry asked politely, while the road-mender stopped in the path and shifted his pick from one shoulder to the other. "It's William, right enough. And what are you doing on the path and the dark come?" "I've been to see Merlin and hear him talk." "Pest on him! That's all he ever does now. Once he made songs, good, sweet songs, as I could repeat to you if I'd a mind to. But now he roosts up on that crag top like an old molted eagle. Once when I was going past I spoke to him about it too, as I can prove by him. I'm not a man to be holding my tongue when I've been thinking." "Why are you making no more songs?" I said to him in a tone like that. "Why are you making no more songs?" "I have grown to be a man," he answered. "And there be no songs in a man. Only children make songs, children and idiots. Pest on him! It's an idiot himself, as the thought is on me. But what did he say to you, the old Whitebeard? Why, you see, I'm going to the Indies, and— The Indies, and are you? Ah, well, I was at London once, and all the people at London are thieves, dirty thieves. There was a man with a board and little flat sticks on it. Try your skill, friend, he says. What stick has a black mark on the underside of it? That one, says I, and so it was. But the next time, ah, well, he was a thief too, all of them thieves. People there are at London, and they do nothing but drive about and about in carriages, up one street and down the other, bowing to each other, while good men sweat out their lives in the fields and the mines to keep them bowing there. What chance have I, or you, say, with all the fine soft places taken up by robbers? And can you tell me the thieving price of an egg at London? I must take this road now, said Henry. I must go home. Indies, the road mender sighed with longing. Then he spat in the trail. Ah, well, I'll stake it's all thieves there too. The night was very black when Henry came at last to the poor hut where Elizabeth lived. There was a fire in the middle of the floor, he knew, and the smoke drifted up and tried to get out at a small hole in the thatch. The house had no flooring, but only rushes strewn on the packed ground, and when the family slept they wrapped themselves in sheepskins and lay in a circle with their feet to the fire. The windows were not glazed nor curtained. Henry could see old black-browed Twim and his thin, nervous wife moving about inside. He watched for Elizabeth to pass the window, and when at last she did, he whistled a shrill bird call. The girl stopped and looked out, but Henry was quiet in the dark. Then Elizabeth opened the door and stood framed against the inside light. The fire was behind her. Henry could see the black outline of her figure through her dress. He saw the fine curve of her legs and the swell of her hips. A wild shame filled him, for her and for himself. Without thought and without reason, he ran away into the dark, gasping and almost sobbing under his breath. End of Chapter 1, Section 4.